Hello everyone, JC De Guzman for our daily top 5 gainers and losers analysis for July 3, 2019 in preparation for the next trading day. This is for short-term trading purposes. I'd like to mention that I'm going to put some extra emphasis on our true market sentiment analyzer charts in this presentation. So let's begin with ALCO. ALCO closed today at 0.98, support is at 0.73, resistance is at 1.03, there's a midterm support at 0.86. Notice that foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 70 million pesos. The upward momentum remains very strong as it's moving above with an ADX score of above 25 points. Notice as well that RSI is a few centimeters away from the classical overbought level, and ALCO touched the resistance at 1.03. It just pulled back a bit and closed at 0.98. So let me show you now. Before I show you the true market sentiment analysis or analyzer, let's check first. Are the conditions of the 10 SMA and MACD combination remain true? Yes, they are. How about the 4-point criteria? Green candlestick, it closed above the VWAP of 0.97. We're seeing green volume bar that is at least higher than the stocks, higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. And the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. So the 4-point criteria are also present on the chart of ALCO. And by the way, I'm going to post the trade and volume distribution charts of these 10 stocks in the thread of the video for July 3, 2019. Now let me show you ALCO's trade and volume the true market sentiment analyzer. So I have summarized everything in my notepad here. Ironically, I got a bearish sentiment on the true market sentiment analyzer's chart of ALCO. Why? Because only 4 out of 10 brokers registered a positive net amount, and only 5 out of 10 brokers have a higher buying average than selling average. That's why I got a bearish sentiment. And by the way, this is a reflection. This we can say that that's a reflection of the bearish appetite of the foreign investors towards ALCO. In fact, RSI is also close to the classical overbought level. So those who have had ALCO will have an easier time deciding to top up than those who are just about to do a test buy. So what does that mean? Sir, for us who have had ALCO, do we have a data-driven reason to top up? Yes, you may, but do it conservatively because you're drawing closer again to the classical overbought level. How about those who are just planning to enter a new position? Do I see a data-driven reason for you to do that? Yes, there are data-driven reasons for that, but I suggest that you think twice first. Because if you're going to compute for your reward to risk ratio by now with respect to the support and resistance levels that I have mentioned, you're not going to get an attractive potential reward. You're just going to get a bigger potential risk than your potential reward. So unless you are a high risk and experienced trader, I suggest that you stay on the sidelines for now. You're better off buying near support or buying on breakout provided there's volume and the 4-point criteria must also present. Okay? So be very careful, guys. Those of you who are just planning to enter a new position in ALCO, okay? You're pretty late by now. That's it. Okay, next, AP. AP closed today at 37.5. Major support is at 33.75. Major resistance is at 39.25. There's a midterm support at 36.65, which was crossed by the candlestick today. So it broke above the midterm resistance at 36.65 as AP closed at 37.5. Are the conditions of the 10 SMA MACD combination true? Yes, it is. How about the 4-point criteria? Yes, they are all present. And yep, RSI is still distant from the classical overbought level, and foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 17 million pesos today. Let me show you AP's true market sentiment analyzer to see if it's also bullish or bearish. Here's the picture. Here's the analysis. Ironically, it's also bearish. Why? Only 3 out of 10 brokers registered a positive net amount, and only 3 out of 10 brokers have a higher buying average and selling average. Okay? So they were not that bullish. Of Obviously they are bearish. We got a bearish sentiment from the market sentiment analyzer. So what how can we use that interpretation in our trade decisions? You have to top up. If you're going to top up, by the way, are there data driven reasons to top up and enter a new position? Yes, there are, but I suggest you do it conservatively. Why? Because the top 10 brokers today were not they are not very aggressive when it comes to buying AP, or when it comes to, yeah, when it comes to buying AP. They were not that aggressive. It just so happened that those three brokers that that registered a positive net amount had a significantly higher total turnover value. That's why they managed to outpower the negative net amount of the other seven brokers who registered a negative net amount on AP. Okay, they managed to, pull, so to speak. They managed to pull the entire building. Those three guys, those three brokers, brokers that registered a positive net amount. Okay, so do it very minimally. Okay, don't go aggressive yet as well. If the top 10 brokers are not aggressive when it comes to buying, then don't aggressively buy AP as well. If you're just about to enter a new position, or if you are going to top up. But there are data driven reasons to top up and enter a new position. Okay. Next we have PHA. PHA closed at 0.93 with the support at 0.78 and resistance at 1.25. The 10 SMA and MACD combo remains true. The 4-point criteria are also present as it closed above the VWAP of 0.91. Okay, the upward momentum is not yet very strong. RSI still has more room towards the classical overbought level. How about its true market sentiment? Let's see. True market sentiment tells us that, oh no, oh yeah, bullish. We got a bullish one because 6 out of 10 brokers registered a positive net amount, and 6 out of 10 registered a higher buying average and selling average. Now, in this case of PHA, the top 10 brokers are aggressively buying PHA. So, if you'd like to top up or enter a new position, it's more convincing now to move forward or to pursue those plans, either to top up or enter a new position, because even the top 10 players are aggressively buying. They aggressively bought PHA on July 3rd. Okay, so there you go. We have it's more likely for the ascendant price to continue because we got backup, we got support coming from the top 10 players. Okay, next we have PNB. PNB's major support is at 47.30, major resistance is at 61.5. There's a midterm support at 52.8. VWAP was 54.48. Let's take a look at the conditions of the 10 SMA and MACD combo. It's present. They are present. How about the 4-point criteria? They are also present. The upward momentum is already very strong, but RSI is still quite distant from the classical overbought level, thereby giving PNB more room to test the resistance at 61.5. Okay, let's see the true market sentiment analyzer, PNB. Okay, here. Let's see the statistics. Okay, we got a bearish sentiment because only 4 out of 10 registered a positive net amount, and 4 out of 10 registered a higher buying average than selling average. We got data driven reasons to top up and to enter a new position, but do it conservatively because the top 10 players today were not aggressively buying PNB as a whole, not as individual brokers. Okay, as a whole, as a collection of 10 brokers. They were not aggressively buying PNB. So do it conservatively. Okay? Do it with caution. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, but I'm bullish on PNB overall. Okay, next we have PHEN. PHEN closed today at 2.4. Support is at 2.30. Resistance is at 2.8. If it breaks below 2.3, 1.96 is waiting at the bottom as a precursor to 1.38. But before we even talk about the deeper support levels, let's take a look at the conditions of the 10 SMA and MACD combo. Unfortunately, that combo has already been invalidated. How about the 4-point criteria? Are they present? Let's check. VWAP was at 2.38. Volume, oh yeah, the 4-point criteria are still present. Let's double check the volume. Yeah, they are still present. The 4-point criteria are still present, but let's check the what they call on this true market sentiment analyzer for PHEN. PHEN. Okay, here you go. That's the picture. Here's the statistics. Unfortunately, we got a bearish sentiment. Why? 7 out of 10 brokers registered a positive net amount. However, only 3 out of 10 registered a higher buying average than selling average. So they were not totally bullish as well on PHEN as a team, as a collection of 10 brokers. Okay, so in this case, I suggest that you postpone the plan of entering a new position. Postpone the plan. Okay, and maybe recheck the trade and volume distribution chart after 5 minutes of 5 minutes past the opening bell to see if you're going to see the 4-point criteria again. You can request for the trade and volume distribution chart in our private clients forum if you don't know how to generate it on your own yet. Okay. Now, for those of you who still have PHEN, what do I advise? Postpone the plan of topping up. Okay, this advice is for those who are holding their PHEN because the price is still moving above their trailing stop loss. But if it already hits your trailing stop loss, disregard that advice and start selling because your trailing stop loss got hit already. Okay. All right. So postpone the plan of entering a new position and postpone the plan of topping up. Re, re Reassess the situation maybe 3 to 5 minutes past the opening bell to see if the 4-point criteria are present again. Okay, maybe not just 3 to 5 minutes because one of the 4-point criteria is the volume, which should be higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. So I doubt it that volume will touch the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average after 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so continue monitoring for now. Continue monitoring PHEN for now. Maybe let 30 minutes come to pass, or maybe an hour past the opening bell. Okay, so that you can reassess properly with the volume in mind. Okay, next we have Abacor. Abacor closed on July 3rd at 1.02. Resistance is at 1.10. Support is at 0.86. The 10 SMA and MACD combo is still true, but the 4-point criteria are not present anymore. So what did the top 10 players do? Let's check. Abacor. That's the picture. How about the statistics? It's bearish. Why? 6 out of 10 registered a positive net amount, but only 5 out of 10 registered a higher buying average than selling average. So they are bearish as well. Okay, what does that mean? If you still have Abacor, hold it if it's still moving above your trailing stop loss, but don't top up yet. Are you planning to enter a new position? Postpone that plan. At least wait for the appearance of the 4-point criteria. Okay? And if you're going to get a bullish support coming from our true market sentiment analyzer, then that adds up. That supports your conviction to enter a new position. Okay? So there you go for Abacor. Next we have PRIM. PRIM closed today at 1.53. It failed to sustain its ascent above 1.8. Resistance is at, we can adjust this one. Resistance is at 1.85. Support, major support is at 1 peso per share, but there's a minor support and minor resistance level here, or minor support in this case. It's what 1.53 as a precursor to 1.27. Okay, so let's check the 10 SMA and MACD combination. Well, that pair is still present, but the 4-point criteria are already absent. RSI pointed towards the southward direction after hitting the classical overbought level on July 2nd. That's 1.85 or 1.8 to 1.85. So let's check what does the true market sentiment analyzer say about PRIM. That's the picture. Okay, they are bearish. They are bearish on PRIM. 5 out of 10 registered a positive net amount only. Only 3 out of 10 registered a higher buying average than selling average. So they are bearish on PRIM. What does it mean for you guys? If you still have PRIM and still moving above your trailing stop loss, I am seeing a data-driven reason for you to preempt your trailing stop loss. For those who are planning to enter a new position, don't. Don't. It's still more likely for the descent in price to continue. Okay. Next we have CA. Okay, so let's check CA. Okay, chart is not loading. Let's see. Let's see if we got lagged out. Okay, let's try to log in again. Okay, let's pull up chart once again. Okay, we are on CA, but while we are waiting for the chart to load up, while we're waiting, let me show you CA's true market sentiment. So that's the picture, and this is what the pictures say about CA. They are bullish. Why? 7 out of 10 brokers registered a positive net amount, and 8 out of 10 registered a higher buying average and selling average. They are bullish. These are their buying and selling averages. Okay, let's check the chart now. Okay, it loads up. I think it resets. Okay, let's take a look at CA's chart. Here you go. CA closed today at 105.5. Support is at 57.6. Resistance is at 133.8. Okay, you can consider this one as your midterm support in confluence with the 61.8% retracement of the up Fibonacci. It's 105.95. What did I say on CA's true market sentiment? They are bullish. How ironic, meaning to say they bought the dips. Okay, so let's find out today. Let's find out on July 4th if and only if CA will translate this 61.8% Fibonacci as a rebound area. So this is going to become an interesting monitoring for CA. Okay, let's see if it will bounce away or if it will continue its descent. Okay, but for now, I don't suggest positioning yourself at the opening bell on CA. The best thing that we can do here is to monitor for now because there's no guarantee that it will bounce away from the 61.8% of the Fibonacci. Okay, but it gave us hope. The true market sentiment analyzer gave us a clue of the possibility for the stock to bounce away at this level. Okay, next we have tech. Tech closed today at 17.28. I don't need to mention all of these things, but as early as now, I'm telling you not to enter a new position on tech. I don't even have to advise you not to top up yet because by this picture, I'm sure all of you got your trailing stop loss got hit already. Well, that is if you violated our rules that you should only enter a new position when the 10 SM and MACD combo becomes true and once the 4-point criteria become present. Okay, this is a downtrend pattern already. This is your 61.8% extension of the down Fibonacci. It's at 12.95. So stay away from tech. Stay away from tech. The downward momentum is very strong, and tech doesn't seem to care even if it's already inside the classical oversold level. This is not yet too cheap to be ignored. This can still get cheaper than this. Okay, so let me show you tech's trade and volume distribution chart. Oh, not the TVD, but the true market sentiment. I got used to that pattern. So this is the tech's uh, true market sentiment. This is what it says. It's bearish. Five out of 10 registered a positive amount. 6 out of 10 registered a higher buying average than selling average. So they're still bearish. Okay? Stay away from tech for now. Finally, we got IRC. It closed today at 1.82. Support is at 1.6. Your resistance is at 2.20, but there's a midterm resistance at 1.94. Okay? RSI is pointing towards the southward direction. It's still in the neutral level. And let's see what does the what does the true market sentiment analyzer say about IRC. Let's check that's the picture. That's the chart. This is the statistics. It's bearish still. 7 out of 10 brokers registered a positive net amount. 4 out of 10 registered a higher buying average than selling average. So they are bearish on our IRC. So my my translation or my recommendation not to enter a new position on IRC yet is supported by the bearish sentiment that we got from our true market sentiment analyzer for IRC. Okay, the 10 SMA and MACD combo has already been invalidated. The 4-point criteria, of course, they are absent. So there you go for our top 10 um, or top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for July 3rd, 2019 in preparation for the next trading day. If you have follow-up questions, please post them in the specific thread of this video in our private clients forum. For those of you who are from Baguio, see you this coming Saturday. And those who are currently subscribed for 1 year, you are entitled to a 50% discount to our evergreen strategy in trading the Philippine stock market anywhere in the Philippines. Okay? So if you are subscribed for 1 year, you will get 50% discount for your ticket for this seminar anywhere in the Philippines. Okay, you can take a look at the seminars here for the schedule if I have one in your area. Thank you. My name is JC De Guzman. Have a great trading day on Thursday. Bye for now.